I don't think I like Thriller Bark. Thriller Bark was a little bit of a struggle for me. Um, and I can take the levity, man. Right? I can take the levity because like, dude, I like Foxy. Like, I like Gaimon. I like these like little sort of breaks that you take, and it doesn't always have to be like plot, 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 plot. You know, not that One Piece is driving plot, but I'm just meaning driven by plot. I just mean the arcs where like really significant things happen. So Thriller Bark's obviously like it's a step down from the emotional weight, the breakneck pacing of the previous arcs, like Water 7 running through Enies Lobby, but like you can't match that, nor should you, right? So we do need something that's kind of quirky, and I do think from an aesthetic standpoint, Thriller Bark really, really, really stands out. For me, it's held up front by aesthetics because it's really fun to see like the Straw Hats in these like spooky forms, all that sort of stuff, and and these kind of like monsters and stuff like that. So I think that's really great, like the horror comedy vibe, the creative setting. I think that stuff's cool. When it comes to story, I just like don't care. When it comes to Brook, and I mean like I like Brook, okay? I like Brook. I think look Brook's fine, but I think also there's a lot of stuff about Brook that's just lame, right? Like I don't like this. Like we don't need like another. The reasons I don't like Sanji, but I do like Sanji, right? But the things I don't like about Sanji is like you're repeating some of that stuff again in Brook. Like he's obsessed with panties. I don't need this, man. Like I don't need this to be like a consistent presence in One Piece. I don't need this to join the crew. Although like his he like kind of comes in. It's like it's funny, and he's like and it's like it's funny. And like the backstory with Laboon is really touching. I still don't really. I understand that he like wants to like his honor as a pirate. He wants to go the long way around to see him. I don't know, man. Just go see the whale. It's weird to me. I don't know, man. It's cool. It ties back to something from before, and it makes that like stuff that was already kind of like cute and touching in Reverse Mountain like even more cute and touching. But at the same time, it's like, come on. And I do like him singing that song and that sort of thing. It was fun. And then, but the 45 degrees, it's kind of fun. Like the Michael Jackson stuff. But it's like, at the same time, man, it's like, do I need this dude all the time? Like, do I, like, that's something I think about the crew, man. This is something, like, we've just had someone, I do think there's, like, kind of some fun in the levity if we had the will they, won't they of, like, who's going to be the shipwright for, like, a very long time, and we didn't know who's going to join the crew, and then just immediately we see a skeleton, and it's like, hey, join the crew. So, like, that's kind of funny, and I'm kind of into that. But at the same time, it's just, like, why, for me, like, I think that, like, Brook, there's a lot of characters in One Piece who I think are, like, they're really sick and they're really enjoyable, but just like keep them in their arc. Like, do we need this being another person who's like bogging down the weight of like everything going forward because we have to try and service them as well, and we probably don't. That's why I always say like Straw Hat Crew should have stopped at Sanji. Like, if we're being real, I think it should have stopped at Sanji. Have other people, a part of like the wider allies and Straw Hat fleet, and like you've got Vivi and characters like this and stuff like that. Like, well, why can't Brook be a Vivi instead of like tagging along for us forever? I just sort of don't care, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't care. The introduction of Kuma is like the pacifista, like that stuff, and like with the pawpaw fruit. I mean, like that's cool, and that's like building up stakes, and that's more going into like the next few arcs. I like that, but like Gecko he's not. Okay, he's not on the level of like Don Krieg just being ass, but he's not funny to like put him in like a boogie category, and he is not Crocodile or Arlong or Lucci's joined that sort of level now. His powers are fun, whatever. I just like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, like I just found it hard to care during Thriller Bark, but maybe that's me. I understand, like I think the aesthetic's fun, and I like looking at some of the artwork. I think that's cool. But, like, I don't know. Like, I couldn't get into it to the level of other arcs previously. It's not, like, painfully, like, stuff like Syrup Village, which I feel like is kind of, like, attacking me because it's so stupid. But like this, I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. But that happens, man. We all have different tastes. And for me, I find it hard to care during Thriller Bark.